Morning, sweethearts. Happy Monday. How y'all doing? You feeling the magic? A lot of you are feeling some very, very intense emotions, intense discomfort in your physical vessels. This week, you're going to find, sweet ones, leading up to this total solar eclipse, you only got a week left. You're going to find there's going to be much distortion, much discomfort in your physical vessels. And all of us are going through intense upgrades. And as this comes up, a lot of nausea, and people are like, why am I so nauseous? A lot of it, sweet ones, a lot of it. And this is really, especially, again, I have to say, in the lower back area, that's where a lot of distortion is coming in. Now, the energies of this week are going to be a direct polarity, if you will. There is a lot of planetary influence going on this week with a lot of opposition, positioning, and so this is going to be a very fiery, passionate week, if you will. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning, Elza, Teresa, Michelle. Big hugs and blessings, sweet ones. So, really, a lot of good morning, Red. How you doing, beautiful? You're going to find, sweet ones, this week is going to present to you a lot of desire, if you will, a lot of passion. And it's going to influence you in ways to where you may find yourself in a space of reckless, wild abandonment in a very intimate, sexual way, if you will. Now, when those desires arise, it's helpful to understand there's always consequences. And this is really going to be really testing your will, testing where your heart is, really testing if you have surrendered to yourself. And it's on the flip side of these energies, if you will. Chucks, I fell out my front door. That was uncomfortable. I bet it was. It's telling you something. When you fall out your door, that's saying that you made it through your portal that you walked through, but barely. You didn't jump from it. You resisted it a little bit. But hey, you made it through. Beautiful. That's all that matters. That's what the symbolism of that is. That's actually a good thing, Red. But back to what I was saying. On the flip side of these energies, you're going to find, if you are in a healthy romantic relationship, it is going to increase and renew, if you will, the passion of the honeymoon phase, if you will. And it's really going to bring you more spiritually connected. Now, if you are in an unhealthy relationship, circumstances, experience, is, if you will, with a partner, a romantic partner in any way, and it is not healthy, you're going to find a lot of jealousy and possessiveness come up. And with this jealousy, ain't my spirit be active, then good grief. This is really going to be prevalent come Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, if you will, leading up into the weekend. Jealousy and possessiveness has the potential, again, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, it has a potential to, or if you're in a relationship with somebody who has chosen not to awaken, you're really going to find that this week is really going to bring that possessiveness up, bring that control up, bring that jealousy up, and you're going to find it's pretty much going to be the catalyst that separates the two of you. And again, that's leading all of this up into the total solar eclipse. And so, good morning, Vanessa, Kent, Valerie, Lilith, how y'all doing? Wow, my boyfriend in Missouri, I swear, has that same tank top. She's had it forever and loves it. I tell you what, I live in tank tops and shorts and skirts and in dresses. It is too hot here in Texas to wear anything else. Good morning, Bethany. So anyways, and then you come into the weekend, sweet ones. Come Friday, you know, the most intense is going to be, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Coming into Friday and the weekend, it's going to be a little bit more graceful. You're going to have a lot of creativity coming in. And as your vessels are being activated, and this is an intense week for activations for the physical vessel, you're going to, sweet ones, you're going to need to ground. Because what's going to be happening is as these continue to increase. Well, hello, Jamie. Welcome, sweetheart. Big hugs and blessings, guys. You're going to find that the energies are going to increase. They're not going to stop this week. Because the total solar eclipse is a reset. You're going through into your new realities, you know, and you have to let this stuff go. And so it's going to, you liken it like this, sweet ones, and every breath and every moment this week, you're going to see your character and everything that's not nice about your character. When you look in the mirror, you're going to see your character instead of your face. Just look at it like that. And you're going to see that character being re-represented to you through every being outside of you, every circumstances, every experience you're going to have this week. You are being shown your character if you choose to see it. Along with that, if you choose not to and you react. And this goes for the 7 billion souls that have chosen not to awaken, sweet ones. This is going to be an intense week because they too are going to be seeing their character. The only difference is you guys have been on the spiritual journey. If you allow yourself to observe thyself, you know that everything you see in somebody else exists within you. Now, for those who are unawakened, they don't see that. They don't see the reflection of their character. They see it as everybody else. And that's where we have to, along with everything that our physical vessels and the discomfort that's going to, and everything that's going to be presented for us on an individual basis, that's where we still have to be that pillar of peace. We still have to be that pillar of light. We still have to be that pillar of love. And we still stay in here. And that's really going to be prevalent this weekend, sweethearts. Toto, honey, I don't have a translator on my phone, and I really cannot. I'm not sure what you're saying to me. But hello. So really allow, when these fiery passions come up, and trust me, this... Let me liken it like this. Let me put it this way. On the sexual, energetic side of this is going to put you into a space of elixir, of romantic ideations, of romantic feelings, of romantic aching and longing, and that craving, and that craving is a very prevalent word for the energies. That craving of that elixir. And what it is doing, sweet ones, is you're literally, the fourth eye is fully open and the pituitary gland is fully opening. And right now, the essence is within yourself. The masculine has surrendered, if you will. And the two energies of the masculine and feminine essences within yourself are literally on their honeymoon. And you're really going to feel those energies of that lust, of that desire, of that passion present itself within you. Now, I really encourage you, sweet ones, before you act in the physical on those urges, those cravings, those whatever, I would really encourage you to observe the possible consequences that can come from that. And allow yourself to think and make decisions through your heart during this week. It's going to be quite crucial, if you will. Because on the flip side of that, if you will, should you give into these urges, into circumstances or situations, you could be... Give me the right words here, Michael. Thank you. Let me start over again. On the flip side of that, should you give into these urges, this passion, this desire, this lustful elixir that you are craving, if you will, there is a high potential for miscreations. Let's word it like that. There is a high potential because everything has consequences. However, on a spiritual aspect and a metaphysical aspect of that, when you allow yourselves to fall, if you will, because you never really fall, but if you allow yourself to emerge yourself into those that elixir, if you will, and even if there is consequences that may seem dark, you will find that it is the experience, if you don't judge yourself, that gave you growth. But be prepared to understand you're going to have to deal with the miscreations that you have created through the experience, if you will. Okay, let me see what I missed here. And pay attention to who you invite into your energy field, especially on a physical level. Yes, the heart knows best. Jax, what are you saying here, Jax? We are all spiritually growing as we enter the new classroom. Everyone is learning how to ride a bike with training wheels on. You are learning how to manipulate energy because you are a powerful creator. You are leaving behind crawling furniture, walking behind. You can do this. Absolutely. You really can do this. And sweet ones, this week is really, again, you're going to liken it to this. Liken it to you being on your honeymoon. You're on top of the world. There's nothing in the world that can go wrong, and then your bubble gets bursted. And now you're torn between having to deal with a broken bubble, broken glass bubble, and you have to put those pieces back up, but you're still on this, you're still floating really high, and you're really not, you're having to balance that. Liken it to coming off of a honeymoon, and all of a sudden you and your mate have a huge fight that you've never had before. It's never even crossed your mind that it could ever be like that. There's great pleasure in pain, sweet ones, but it's that balance, and it's that marriage. You go into a honeymoon, you go into a marriage after the honeymoon is over, you still have to learn to balance and live together. You still have to learn how to, compromise and get used to the other person's presence there when before you lived alone, if you will. And so that's what's occurring within you. You're literally on the honeymoon of your sacred marriage within. And, the honeymoon is starting to come over, but you're not willing to give up that passion, if you will. Am I making sense? I hope so. So really allow yourselves to let go of the old, sweet ones. These energies this week, although they are going to be very intense, they are going to be very magical, but you're going to be presented with heaven and hell, and this is the dance where you bring them together as one. I guess you can look at this, because this dance, this is the week to stop stumbling on each other's feet. This is the week to surrender to each other and say, okay, we're going to do this together, and we're going to do it in harmony. And then you're going to come at the end of this weekend. You're going to come into the total solar eclipse, which is going to propel you, if you will, into that new reality that has been made available, that you have chosen to go into. And you're going to find that it's going to be the two of you going together. It's no longer going to be trying to figure out how each other's dancing. You're going to know how each other's dancing, and you're going to increase that smoothness in that dance after the total solar eclipse, if you will. And so, this is your chance to bring full acceptance and forgiveness and love to all hidden chambers in your heart, all skeletons, all closets, all secrets. This is the week that you are allowing yourself, should you choose, sweet ones. And I say that the way I say that because in every moment this week, you're really going to have to, it's really necessary. I can't tell you you have to do anything. It's your choice. It's necessary to seriously observe your choices in every given moment, to observe the focus of your energy and what you're engaging in every breath. And this is a week for you to literally come into, you bring your light and your darkness into 0 point, and to understand that it just is what it is. There is no darkness. It's all light, condensed or not, it is still all light. And really love yourself through this and neutralize yourself. Allow yourself to really come into that balance, into that union, into that harmony, and allow yourself to let go as these timelines are. And you're really going to see that. You're really going to see the separation of the worlds really prevalent. Really, really prevalent. You're going to see, those who have chosen to rise and evolve into the fifth dimensional grid. And then you're going to see where they are really being separated from the lower vibrations. And you're going to see where those that have chosen not to awaken and ascend really are going to start going, their bodies are going to start short-circuiting. And you're really going to see that it's going to become more volatile, and more aggression is going to come out on those who have chosen not to ascend. And again, that's where we have to be that pillar of peace, sweet ones. As we go into this total solar eclipse, you're going to have those that have chosen to connect to the divine, and those who have chosen to embody it. You're going to see the separation there as well. And, allow this to happen. This is going to be, with your earth families, it's a big, big thing with earth families right now, and the intensity that you guys are some of you are going through. Some of you aren't. Some of you are in a space of bliss, and you're in a space of balance, and Curtis, it's really helpful to know that everybody is. And good morning to you too, sweetheart. Jack says 0 point is wiping the slate clean in all areas of your life and your being. Absolutely, sweet ones. The 3D matrix, liken it to a motherboard. I've said this before. Your motherboard is being wiped clean so you can have a fresh start. You have been given a fresh start. It is each of you. Seriously, it is each of you who are preventing you from having that fresh start, that new beginning, that ultimate love story with the Creator. And all it takes, sweet ones, is for you to surrender fully. To know that if you allow yourself to stand there and to fall backwards, that even though it is unseen, you still will have the Creator to catch you. Faith is the truth of the trust you behold. And if you don't have faith in the Creator, and you don't have faith in your love, in the truth that is in your heart, I encourage you to figure out where your faith went, sweet ones. Because that faith is the only thing that's going to keep you going through this, is knowing and trusting in your love. Faith will always be the truth of the trust you behold, and that trust is in yourself and in the Creator. It's one thing to sit there and say you have it. It's another to practice it and to actually be that faith. And that's what you're going to be showing this whole week. You're going to be showing where you're still emotionally attached to the material 3D grid. You're going to be showing your hidden attributes, if you will, of your character that you don't like. You're going to be showing heaven and hell through this. And the only way to bring it into balance, sweet ones, is to accept your hell. And the choices you make this week are going to determine your new reality after the total solar eclipse. So really allow yourselves to step back, sweet ones. Be present and observe everything that is being presented to you this week. And really observe how that impulsiveness that you may find yourself wanting to take, allow yourself to observe the consequences if you take that and make those actions. Hindsight is always 20/20, but you each are in a space, you have risen to a frequency, you have opened your hearts enough to where you are aware, sweet ones. If you allow yourselves to be aware of your choices, of your energy, where you're placing your focus, and if you, through your words, through your actions, through your emotions, through your feelings, if you are still allowing yourself to partake in duality, contrast, polarity, and separation, if you are still finding yourselves having to label things good and bad, positive and negative, correct and incorrect, and or in any way, shape, or form defensive. The truth needs no defense. Divine love has no opinion, sweet ones. It has no judgment. It has no reaction. It just is. It is peace. The only absolute truth in this world is peace. And you get there through love. And that's what this week is really also going to show you. Is really just how peaceful are you? How peaceful, how this week is really going to show you if truly you want peace in this world. Because you can't fight war with war and get peace. You can only fight war with peace and to get peace. And that's what this week is really going to show you. It's going to show you through your emotions. It's going to show you through your thoughts. It's going to show you through your feelings. It's going to show you through your actions and your reactions and your energy. It's going to show you this week. Because most of humanity, if they were to look in the mirror and see their character, they wouldn't like what they see. And so this is the week to really observe thyself and let go of the 3D world. That 3D grid of contrast, of polarity, of separation. And really anchor in the 5D new reality that you're being presented come Monday. I think it's Monday when the total solar eclipse is. So really allow yourselves to release this weekend. Accept what humanity labels as shadows and darkness. It's not shadows and darkness, it's just condensed light. And when you flood condensed light, it expands into light. And that's what this is all about, is that sacred dance within. And allowing it to come without now, instead of focusing on the without. Trust in your love, sweet ones. Allow your heart to do the walking and the talking this week, and the thinking and the decision making, rather than the mind, the egoic mind programming, regardless of the stress, regardless of the worries, regardless of what the physical is presenting to you. Stay in your heart. Stay in love and apply love in every moment, every breath. And really allow yourselves, because another wave started coming in this morning, and the intensity is going to increase. And you're going to really start feeling, if you're not already feeling it, sweethearts, those desires of recklessness and wild abandonment, and that comes with the freedom that you are being offered and you are being given. And really that's what this is. You're like on the verge of jumping off of that cliff, if you will. You're on the verge of total surrender, and there's that reckless abandonment of wanting to say F you and just go. And yet there is still that, the practical side of you, if you will, the human aspect of you that's saying, wait, that's probably not the best decision to make. So that's where you're, that's what you're facing this week. So just be present with it and love yourself through it. Find the magic, sweet one. Find the divinity, find the glory, find the sovereignty in every experience and every being that crosses your path. And really keep yourself in a space of gratitude. And let this activation of this elixir, of this passion, propel you forward into the new reality, rather than the consequences of jumping too quick, if you will, of reacting, if you will. And let this elixir bathe you, because it can bathe you this week. It can bathe you into all you want, or it can bathe you into spiraling back into what you don't want. And that's the glory of this week, and that's the magic of this dance that you're going to bring into full balance, if you will. So allow that to take place and observe the choices before the choices are made on whether or not that's going to cause you to stumble over your partner's dance feet, or if it's going to assist you in a more graceful dance step. I love you, sweet ones. Have a magical, magical, magical Monday. I'm holding you in eternal peace, love, grace, beauty, abundance, and magic. Allow the magic to guide you this week, sweet ones. Big, big hugs and blessings. Bye-bye now.